Cost of living in the UK at the moment is absolutely skyrocketing. You've got people that are nowhere near ready for Christmas.
Who is surviving in this world anymore? Because that's £400 a month. How is anyone affording food? Never mind luxury food. I'm buying budget options.
I'm thinking I'm going to get some beef mince, Is the cow made of gold? Did the cow get hand-fed grapes in the field?
£8.35 for this. Instant coffee. What is going on? The world has actually gone mad.
I'm in a constant state of survival. And I know that a million other people are in the same boat, but it's not okay. It's not fucking okay.
The price of a pre-packaged triangle of bread and sadness is now officially a joke. It's been cheaper to fly to France and get an actual baguette.
Why is everything just so expensive?
Okay, the amount of money that I just spent in the co-op for a top-up shop for school lunches and snacks in the house and stuff is not okay.
Families that are really struggling from week to week, and the prices continue to rise every single day.
That is taking the fucking piss. That is daylight fucking robbery, and I'm a victim.
I'll tell you something. They are taking the absolute mickey out of everyone who lives in this country.
Aren't we in a cost of living crisis because you caused it? The ripple effect of the shit you decided to do. Funnel all the money elsewhere besides the working people. You caused it.
Seeing how far they can push us, how far down they can pull our pants while they rump us up the backside. Because this is just another tax on the working class and the motorist.
Welcome back to Brit Rants, where we say what real people are feeling, not what politicians wish we'd say. Today we're talking about something every household in this country is dealing with: survival, not living. Because right now, Britain feels like a place where every week is a financial battle, every bill is a punch in the gut, and every paycheck disappears the moment it arrives. People aren't choosing between luxuries anymore. They're choosing between heating and food, between a full shop and a full tank, between paying the rent and keeping the lights on. Parents are doing the maths at the till. Workers are taking on extra shifts just to stay afloat. And millions of Brits, hard-working, proud people, are quietly falling apart under prices that make no sense in a country that once promised stability. Meanwhile, supermarkets brag about record profits, energy companies hand out billion-pound bonuses, and politicians keep telling us inflation is falling. If this is inflation falling, then what does rising look like? So hit that subscribe button, because today on Brit Rants we're asking the real question. How are people meant to survive in a country that's becoming impossible to afford?
Guys, if you're looking for an absolute bargain, then run, don't walk to Morrison's. I just spent £98.94 on my food shop, right? Scanned my Morrison's More card. Guess how much I saved? 50p. 50 fucking here. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna pay off my uni debt. I'm gonna buy a fucking house, guys. I'm gonna buy a house in Central London. I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna pay off my uni debt. 50p. There's so many things I could buy with that. Morrison's, you are the fucking best. 58, 50p. 50 fucking p. Don't look at me, because I've got 50p.
I've just done my weekly food shop in Sainsbury's, right? Tell me how the bastard shopping came to £100. I've got nothing to show for it. I don't know what I've got, but I certainly ain't got £100 worth. The only things I bought out of normality were four Christmas wrapping paper rolls for £1 each. That's £4. The math ain't mathin'. I was expecting maybe £50, £60. I tried to keep myself on a budget. I was looking at the prices. I was getting the cheaper options. I was getting nectar price items. Still threw out £100. I even used £7.50 of my nectar points to take off my final bill. Still £100. Still £100. Who is surviving in this world anymore? Because that's £400 a month. How is anyone affording food? Never mind luxury food. I'm buying budget options. Budget. And it's still coming out at 100. This country needs some help because what the fuck?
Right. I've just popped to the shop for a sandwich and I think I need to have a lie down. The price of a pre-packaged triangle of bread and sadness is now officially a joke. It's been cheaper to fly to France and get an actual baguette. It's getting out of hand. I'm old enough to remember when a Freddo was 10p. Then it went to 25p, and we thought that was a national scandal. Now, you need to check the stock market before you buy one. They're basically little chocolate bitcoins at this point. And don't even get me started on a full weekly shop. You go in for the basics, bread, milk, a few sad-looking vegetables, and you get to the checkout. And the total requires a deep breath and a small prayer. I turn around and I'm half expecting the cashier to ask for 3 months of bank statements and a reference from my landlord. You need a guarantor just to buy a cucumber. You'll soon need to take out a 5-year finance plan just to get a block of cheese. People will be passing down half-used tubs of Lurpak in the will as a family heirloom. The National Sanity Service has run the numbers, and the conclusion is this. We're all being mugged in broad daylight by a loaf of bread. The state of it.
Is this really how norm we've become in the UK? His card declined twice and nobody did a thing. So today I've just come back from my local shop and there was a gentleman there who had to put a number of his purchases or potential purchases back because his card declined. So he ended up putting back some of the basics. And I mean, it was just a basic little shop. So he put back some milk, he put back some bread, and I think it was biscuits. I can't remember. But I think what stayed with me is the fact that nobody did anything. We all just stood there in silence. The cashier didn't even flinch. I just kept thinking, wow. And then I've come out afterwards and it's just really, it's almost gutted me because I didn't do anything either at the time. But then I'm thinking, is this what we've come to here in the UK? Is it really a point where people are having to put some of the basic foods back on the shelf because they can't afford to buy stuff? Could that be me one day? Could it be you one day? Really, really, yeah. Don't know. What's your thoughts? What would you do?
I'll tell you something. They are taking the absolute mickey out of everyone who lives in this country. Great Britain, the UK. On the news again today, the cost of a pint is going up, with the average cost being above £5. It's to pay for national insurance increases, wage increases. These places just won't be able to stay open if they didn't increase the prices. It's nothing to do with them. The Mersey Bridge, or the Mersey, whatever, the bridge that you cross to go into Liverpool, or the other bridge, or the tunnel, all them prices going up this week. How? Why? They make an absolute fortune on that bridge. Greed is ruining everyone's life in this country. Everybody is ruined. There's no fun. They're stopping you from having any fun at all. They're just charging you for absolutely everything. It's time to move. Get over to Spain, €150 a pint.
I'm so done. I am so done just surviving. It's just, I'm in a constant state of survival. And I know that a million other people are in the same boat, but it's not okay. Like, it's not fucking okay. And, you know, Christmas is coming and I'm like, how the hell am I going to afford to give my kid the Christmas she deserves? Her dad doesn't help because he's an absolute penile flea. The Prime Minister of the UK looks like a compressed ball bag and he fucking acts like one too. The cost of living is going up and up and up and up and up and up. You know, but wages aren't. And I'm a solo parent as well. Like, there are limits. And I am so just done. I'm so done. And, you know, I know a lot of new age spiritual people will be like, oh, you know, you've just got to allow more off.
Cost of living in the UK at the moment is absolutely skyrocketing. You've got people that are nowhere near ready for Christmas, families that are really struggling from week to week, and the prices continue to rise every single day. It's now pretty much a full-time job for someone in a supermarket to just go around changing prices every day. I was talking to somebody last night in the supermarket that works there, and that was their job. And they said every single day they're out changing or increasing prices. It's phenomenal. And then you look at the at the end of the aisles, you have like a reduced section. And the crowd round the reduced section just continually grows every day. But you look at the prices in the reduced section and they're not cheap. But looking into why the price rises are going up and up and up, and the government's rubbing their hands and getting loads of money from it, and the word climate change keeps popping up in all the reports. One of the number one reasons for food prices going up is climate change. It's still the same food from last week or the week before. It's all the same stuff, but climate change makes it increase every day. It's frightening what's going on in the UK. It's absolutely mental. You've got people, old people at home that are scared to put the heating on because of the spiralling costs. And they go, old people are going shopping and they're really, really cautious about what they're buying and what they're spending. And it's all taxes. The government are taxing people more because of this alleged climate change, which is absolutely bullshit. It's crazy.
Aren't we in a cost of living crisis because you caused it? I see Labour bang on about, we're doing what we can to help the cost of living. Or so many fucking different MPs and shit saying cost of living, or the Tories saying about, get Labour out because of cost of living. But aren't we in one because you caused it? The ripple effect of the shit you decided to do. Funnel all the money elsewhere besides the working people. You caused it. We paid our taxes. You fucked up with your decisions on how to spend our money. You put it in the wrong places. Everything went up because you made it go up. And every supermarket is greedy as fuck, and they want to keep hitting profit and profit and profit year after year after year. So they're putting their prices up. So the farmers put their prices up. Trade, fucking depot, everyone puts their fucking prices up because you fucking caused it.
Listen, guys, I know we got bigger fish to fry in the world right now, but can we talk about why a coffee is nearly a £5? Went to get a coffee today in the coffee shop opposite my gym, bougie little coffee shop. Ordered a flat white with oat milk, £4.60. £4.60 for a flat white. I use the oat milk 50p. I've got oat milk at home and I've got a milk frother and I've seen how that shit fluffs up. It's like spinach in reverse. So where's the justification? I just feel like coffeeflation is like everything that's wrong with the world, because it used to be even if you were skint, you could go get yourself a little coffee as a little treat, right? And now that's going to become out of reach because it's a tenner to get 2 coffees.
Well, I now need very focal glasses. I had my eye test today and flipping out the prices of very focal, if you want the decent ones, because the way she explained it to me is you'll have the prescription, the very focal prescription, and it'll be like that. And then the more money you pay, the more of the prescription you get in the lens. What the hell? So to get a decent pair where I've got, I've not just got straight vision, because if I go that way or that way, it's blurred, is going to be at least £180. That is just for the prescription. That's just for the lenses. And then I have to buy the frames on top. Why is everything just so expensive? Went into Co-op today. The Maltesers, the big box, granted, of Maltesers. But they're Maltesers. They're the token chocolate, aren't they? They're the chocolates you buy someone when you don't really want to spend too much on them. They were £8. £8. Don't even get me started on the price of mints.
Okay, the amount of money that I just spent in the Co-op for a top-up shop for school lunches and snacks in the house and stuff is not okay. I'm going to need this social media stuff to start paying me now, okay? Yeah, thank you. Bye.
This living to work thing at the moment is really getting me down. And it's a really difficult thing to talk about because that it's such an emotive topic that so many people have an opinion on, and you can never cover everybody's situation. There will obviously be people that are worse off than me. I can only talk about it from my own perspective and my own experience. And I know when I say this next sentence that there will be people that go, well, try living on this much. I'm not obviously talking about that. I know people are worse off. I know that I'm, you know, in a better position than a lot of people, but it doesn't mean that I can't have an opinion on it or can't be affected by it. I don't understand when a 39 grand salary stopped being enough. I just don't. I feel like I started working when I was 15. I'm now 34. I spent all that time working, and I've got a really good work ethic. Like, I love working. I like being productive. It's just who I am. I've always been like that. And I work in the legal industry, and it means that I've done all the hours that you don't get paid for, because that's just what's expected of you. I've done all the extra overtime. I've, logged on at stupid o'clock during the night just to check a court deadline, or like all that kind of stuff. I've done it. And I always thought that I'd chosen a career path that would set me up for the future, and that it would be worth it, that financially I would be secure enough that eventually I would be able to afford like little luxuries in my life and look after my family and make sure that they were okay and make good memories. And just, I'm not asking for the world. Little luxuries like being able to take my family out for breakfast every weekend, or going out for a coffee with a friend and treating them to some flowers occasionally, or, like little things that matter to me that I just can't afford to do. And and I don't know how to say this without it sounding like I'm being a dick, but I feel almost resentful that I have to budget to the extent that I do. Nobody should be budgeting to that extent. Nobody should be struggling to that extent. And I know that I am not in that category. I get that fully. But I feel like, what should I have done? Like, I've worked my ass off. Why is it not enough? And I just find it really demotivating. Like, I sit here every day doing this job. I work from home, so I'm on my own a lot, and I spend a lot of time in my head over it. But I sit here doing this. I work extra hours at home. I probably work harder at home than I ever did in an office. And I'm like, well, I can't even, I've got all these holidays, which again, grateful for. I can't go anywhere. So my holiday is literally at home, which is where my work is. So what's the point of me being off? I'm just like, well, I could afford to go away maybe, I don't know, a night away or a weekend away maybe every 4-5 months or something. I don't know. But then I would have to save up for that and not be able to do literally anything else. And I just feel like it can't just be me. I'm in debt as well because of my house. I bought a house. I now can't afford that house because my mortgage fees went up so much that it crippled me. And that's another side of it. But having to move back home with my parents and all that kind of stuff. But I just, like, what did I do wrong? And I just find it so demotivating. And if that's how I feel, I just can't imagine how people like the younger generations feel to be knowing that's your future. Because at least for us, we and millennials, like, we had hope. We had hope that, actually, if you do this stuff, you'll get there eventually. But it just doesn't. Imagine looking at it now and being like, well, what's the point? I know full well now at this point that a corporate job is never going to give me the life that I want, or that I feel that I've worked hard enough for. And some people will say that that's spoiled and privileged to say that, but no, fuck it. Like, that's how I feel. And I do resent that I'm in the situation that I'm in, because I have worked so hard, and I just think, what was it all for?
So I'm in Asda, just picking up a few bits for dinner. I'm thinking, I'm going to get some beef mince, can't be that expensive. I beg your finest pardon? Are you joking? Is the cow made of gold? Did the cow get hand-fed grapes in the field? I hope so. I'm sorry. What the fuck do you mean?
£8.35 for this. Instant coffee. What is going on? The world has actually gone mad. So for context, today I went to Tesco, needed some instant coffee, saw this one, liked this one, picked it up off the shelf. It was like, great, sure, scan. £8.35. Now, yes, if I had a club card, it was £3.85. But why the hell do I have to have a club card? Why is it going to be like a £4 difference if I don't? And it's not just Tesco. Sainsbury's are doing it. All the other supermarkets are now doing it. If you don't have one of their little loyalty card thingy-mabobs, then everything's extortionate. But it's just stupid. Like, absolutely stupid. It's coffee. Why is it going to be a £4 difference? If you can sell it for £3.85 with a club card, then why don't you do it for like £4.85 without a club card? Why have we got to whack nearly £4 on top? Like, it's just ridiculous. For instant coffee, £8.35? Nah, the world's gone mad. Absolutely gone mad. Am I exaggerating? Am I being a little bit over the top? I don't think I am. Let me know in the comments below. But I think £8.35 for that, ridiculous.
That is taking the fucking piss. That is daylight fucking robbery, and I'm a victim. I'm a victim and I'm a punchline.
Hi, good morning. So my toothpaste has almost run out, so I bought another one from Poundland where I always buy it, and I've noticed, oh, this one's a bit smaller, same price, 125 millilitres, 100ml, same price. Cost of living here, that's what, a 25% reduction? I'm not good at maths, but I'm fuming with you, Poundland. Well, it's probably Aquafresh or Poundland, I'm not sure, but things are getting more expensive and the products are getting smaller. Sorry, that's my cat crying, but I'm crying too. I'm not happy about that at all. Anyway, happy Sunday.
What in the jegginess is going on? Because why is it, that everywhere in the UK are so expensive now? Like, what is going on, man? Like, what monstrosity and what sickness is actually going on, Because back in the days, right, the prices for all the food and for all the retails and for all the clothes and for everything else used to be very, very cheap back then. And the economy back then in the 90s, the 80s and the 70s used to be very, very decent. And people are working so hard, and, the prices as well, they're not even that expensive, they're not even that too much, they're not even that much of a scam, Because under back then, there was no inflation, there was no cost of living crisis, and the economy was not shrinking, and it was not going on downhill straight away. But ever since lockdown that's happened, that's when the economy gone downhill straight away. That's when the cost of living crisis has increased, and that's when the inflation begins to increase over the years as well. Because this, for me, this monstrosity has got to stop immediately. Because what do you mean, that the prices in the UK are so goddamn expensive? Like, what do you mean? Why? Because why is it, that whenever you want to go to a shop, whenever you want to go to a restaurant, whenever you want to go to Nando's, KFC or Morley's, or even Lebanese Grill and all these other restaurants, right? Or if you want to go to a JD shop to go get a JD bag to get a Gucci pouch, or if you want to go get a Nike Tech fleece or something like that, why is it, that these prices are goddamn expensive? Like, why is it, that these prices, right, are a scam? Like, why is it, that the government are doing everything that they can to make all of us homeless? Why is it, that they want to ruin our lives? Because this is a beyond joke. This is an absolute tarnation. This is an absolute sickness. Because what disease is actually going on? Like, what type of disease are the government spreading to this epidemic? Because this epidemic of inflation and cost of living crisis has got to stop immediately. Because now we can't even go outside nowadays, because you know why? Everywhere is so expensive. Now we have our, all of us are going older, all of us have our 80 plus, 90 plus, 20 plus, 21 plus, 22 plus. And the worst thing is that we have to pay when we're going on the bus or when we're going on the train. That means if we pay, they will take money away from us. Like, say if we want to go to a gym, we drive our car, and we was to take our bus, or if we take a train, and you know what they're doing? The gym is taking money away from our memberships. Because what do you mean, right? Literally, I went to the gym, literally, you know what it is?
membership is at what, £34 something, but for me it's not even that bad though. At least it's not £40 or £50. At least it's not even a scam at this point, because why are prices for such cheap, for the useful cheap items are so expensive? Because this is an absolute disgrace at this point, because I believe that this misogyny and this madness has got to stop immediately, and I do believe that this posthumous sickness should stop immediately, because this is a madness, and this is jackiness at this point. Because at least for the next election, right, there needs to be change immediately. There needs to be a rebuild in this country, because this cost of living crisis has gotten worse and worse over the years. Because I cannot even go outside for that travel, you know, because everything is so goddamn expensive. Even when I want to go to a corner shop, yeah, price is expensive, man. And even if you want to tell boss man like, yo, how much it costs, guess what boss man will tell you? £8 something, £9 something. Like, this for me, yes, feels like dancing on ice at this point. It feels like Love Island at this point, you know. They're toying with our minds, they're toying with our system, they're toying, you know, with our relationships. And they're toying, you know, with all of us, you know. They're trolling at this point. They're race-baiting us, bruv. Like, this has got to stop immediately.
How are people that have kids with disabilities, or, you know, how are you surviving? Because I've got 2 with autism. I've got appointments coming out of my arsehole at the minute. Obviously, so I'm self-employed, so I only work part-time because I literally cannot work any more hours. Like, I cannot. Like, last week I had 2 appointments and a school trip I had to go on. Have to go on a school trip because otherwise Romeo can't go. It is what it is. But do you know what I mean? We've got Christmas season coming up, so we're gonna have Panto, which I have to go to. There's just so many. And then this week, 2 appointments. Like, one's like half a day one. Next week I've got 2 appointments and a meeting, all to do with my kids, like, and their needs. Do you know what I mean? Like, how are parents coping? Because I've just been soft play and I've just shit out, no lie, £35 for 2, you know, for two kids. Like, how are parents out here coping? Because I feel like I'm actually not. Like, I fully need to go back to work full time to afford to live this life. I mean, I'm not even living a life of luxury, by the way, because apart from the food shopping bill, but Jesus, that's all I spend my money on. Doing things with my kids, my bills and the food. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I very, very rarely ever go out. Like when I got asked this morning, what are you doing for yourself? It's like, fuck all. I don't even go to the gym. I used to go David Lloyd, and then that was like £200 a month that went up to, and I was like, hell no, I can't be affording that, because I have kids that I have to look after, and I actually cannot go back to work full time. Like, this being self-employed, working part-time, trying to keep up with all the appointments, this is fucking savage. Like, is any other mums feeling like this that have got kids with additional needs? Maybe not even that. Like, maybe just kids that you cannot afford to send to childcare, etc. I mean, mine have to go to childcare so I can work. But honestly, this is wild. This cost of living, life in the UK. Like, I'm like, just drop me out, just get me living somewhere else, honestly. But yeah, soft play. Like, I took 3 of them to soft play the other day and literally shit out 70 quid. How? Do you know what I mean? Some people might be like, oh, you get DLA. Trust me, DLA does not cover what extra my kids need for their autism, ARFID situation. There's a lot. So what are you doing, mamas, for finances? Because let me know.
Generation Tego, we need to band together. You lot finna tell me that 1, you gotta pay for your medication, and 2, a meal deal's £3.85 now. 90. It's £3.85 in my Tesco.
£3.90.
That's not calm. We're not okay. We can't buy houses. We can't do none of that. We should all go on strike. None of us. If you're under the age of 30, no one go to work next month. Take it for president. Take it for president, the lie. No one go to work next month. Everyone stay home, drink matcha and strike. The great matcha strike of 2025 will revolutionize the world.
So here we go then, major update over 9p pay per mile car tax calls in England. Now, I'm not sure at this point if they're just trolling the people of the UK, seeing how far they can push us, how far down they can pull our pants while they rump us up the backside. Because this is just another tax on the working class and the motorist. So the government have decided it's not enough for us to pay our road tax or road fund licence fee, whatever you want to call it. It's not enough that we pay ULEZ charges, clean air zone charges, drive through the tunnel charges, all of the other bollocks charges that they want to charge us. They now want to charge us per mile, pay per mile. And yes, we could have guessed that this little cretin, Sadiq Khan, is behind the whole scheme in London. As you can see here, Sadiq Khan set to introduce £2 pay per mile tax to drive in central London that could cost £40 for a round trip. Now, us conspiracy theorists predicted this ages ago, months ago, years ago. But no, we was all told we're barking mad, and now look, it's literally in the news, it's coming for us, it's another tax, it ain't on, we need to resist. When are we going to say in this country that enough is enough? When are we going to stand up and say, do you know what, we've had enough, we're not paying it, we need to do better, we need to stand up and say no.
What the heck is going on with the food prices? I just did a Tesco shop that came to £95, bearing in mind that I did have to get toothpaste and toilet roll. But that was like for two people, for me and my son. And I do a budget very, very carefully. I did actually have to add on extra because of the price it was coming to. So I like budget very carefully and do like £10 for like suppers and like breakfast, £10 for fruits and veg, £10 for snacks, like etc. And I like meal plan out like every little single thing, like how much meals can a packet of sausages, like stretches. I got £70 for a week for two people, and I was just like, where is this going to be like come like Christmas time? And I tend to stick to Tesco's because I wanted to save up like the points and the vouchers and stuff come Christmas time. But I got £70 and I was just like, I don't know where this is going to end up come Christmas time. So I did go and add a couple of Christmas items on, like stuffing and drinks and snacks and stuff for Christmas to put them away, because I need to start now. With the way prices are going, I don't know, is it just me? Am I being crazy? Or does anybody else think that the prices are absolutely ridiculous?
Wow, Asta, is this where we're at? 1.5 for a small tin of sausage and beans. I mean, who comes up with these fucking prices, Stevie Wonder? Even snide beans are 28p now. And if you want to have a Jaden, Laden, Caden or Caden now, you've got to stick the lottery on it and hope that you win £1 million, or they won't be having nappies. Something for the ladies there, don't say I don't treat you. Well, the ones with kids maybe. Or mix and match, 3 for £4, and then you woke up. I mean, look at that for a Rustler's Burger. My local takeaway does a cheeseburger cheaper than that. What is going on here? Anyone head straight over to the bargain bin, see if there's any snide chickens for sale at the end of the day that you can scrap. And if you want to be healthy, don't bother unless you've won the lottery. This is where I spend most of my time shopping, the Jesus Juice aisle. Oh my God, that is a massive, massive get to fuck.
I also have some tea cakes from Aldi, like these ones. Really nice. And, I get them now and again every week. And then I bit into it and I was like, this tastes different. And it turns out that the biscuit has been shrunk. It's been shrunk to the point of you can barely taste it. It just tastes like pure marshmallow. And literally a sample of biscuit inside. I mean, this shrinkflation is getting out of control. You can't shrink everything because it gets to the point where there's nothing in it. It's just like a sample of what meant to be a full tea cake. There you go. There's your proof. It is so thin. It's happening to every single food in Aldi. Like the pepperoni sticks, they've shrunk down to half the size, but the packet size is exactly the same. It's like the other food volumes have shrunk as well. I mean, it's so noticeable. It's like we go there every week, so we're going to notice the change. You can't give less products and charge the exact same price. That doesn't make any sense. It's just pure greed. Pure greed. Do you know what? I'd rather you'd increase the price of the products by 5p opposed to giving us less for the same price. Because now I just feel conned. I feel like absolutely conned. And eventually the chocolate bar is just going to be like a wafer thin base, like a sample of a chocolate opposed to an actual chocolate bar. God, I can't stand this shrinkflation.
Good morning all. Not
Not such a beautiful day today, but still out and about, so thank goodness for that. A fairly quick one. I noticed a headline the other day saying that Reform, if they get into power, when they get into power, will aim to cut electricity bills by £135 a year for the average person. I don't know about you, but let's say it's 150 quid. Let's say it's 180 quid. That's 15 quid a month saving. Is that going to make a difference to you and me? I mean, 100 quid a month off our energy bills might be good. You know, we need to start looking at council tax bills, electric bills, gas bills, all of our bills. And the next government coming in have to say, right, 100 quid a month, whilst would be very welcome, doesn't really scratch the surface for most of us. When you look at all the bills that come in, and everything's gone up, because it's not just that, it's your car insurance, it's your house insurance, it's everything, pet insurance, everything is going up by large degrees. I went in the butcher's the other day to buy some meat, because I try to use local traders if I can rather than supermarkets, and I was horrified at how much beef has gone up. Okay, it didn't stop me buying some, but I bought less and bought a cheaper type. But it's not just the gas and electricity bills that are crippling us. It's all the bills. And we need a government that's going to come in for the people, looking at cutting these bills by, I mean, what would be a sensible amount? What would really make a difference to you and me? £400 a month? That's about right. About £5 a year saving, because that means you actually get a holiday with your kids, or you might buy that replacement second-hand car, forget new cars, or you might get the windows replaced, or a new boiler in your house. 135 quid a year saving. Don't get me wrong, somebody handed me 135 quid, I'd say thank you very much. But it doesn't really make a difference, does it? We need to look at all of it and start making a real difference. And as somebody I was chatting to yesterday, we were in total agreement that when you or I haven't got much money, what we do is look at the outgoings and we bring those down to give us enough disposable income to give us some quality of life. That's what we need our government to do. Nigel, as much as I like what you're saying, £135 a year ain't going to do it, mate. We need £5 a year saving on all our bills. That will start making a difference. And I do mean start. They need to lower taxes. They need to get all these costs down from the local authorities, etc. And no one expects it overnight, but I think within the first year, 18 months, we want to see, whatever happens, some massive changes. If they have to do what Trump does, which is an executive order, I believe we can do that in Parliament, that's what it's going to take. So there we are, that's today's rant. £135 a year saving, thanks, but 11 quid a month. Really, let's make it something decent, and let's aim for something decent, even if we can't get there. All right, folks, hope you have a good day. See you soon.
This right here is £140 just on my table. This is £140, and I actually do not know what to say at this point because it is actually getting so bad. Everything bar the few little items in here is all Sainsbury's owns, and we've changed from Aldi to Sainsbury's. One, for the ease of it, and two, we were shopping at Aldi because it was supposed to be cheaper, and it actually works out to not be any cheaper. But what do you guys think? This is £140, and it's actually really quite depressing. Everything is Sainsbury's own brands, and it's just really sad. Like, I don't even have Hovis bread anymore. We obviously have 5% meat. Got a lot of chicken breast. We have got 3 kilograms of chicken breast. We meal prep through the week. And I treated myself to some fairy washing detergent tablets. What do you guys think? Is this a normal kind of amount? £140 per week for a family of 4 who eat healthy and fresh foods every single day. What do you think?
Oh my god, food shop, are you serious? The other day, I went in and literally I bought a packet of penguins and literally £1.50 for 7 penguins. You used to get a pack of 9 penguins for £1. Why is it so echoey? It's literally ridiculous. And then fruit and veg, yes, I get it. That has started coming down in price, I've noticed. However, packet of noodles, right, used to be 50p. £1.25 for a packet of noodles. Over double the price. Seriously, guys, in the comments, think of things that have like really gone up in price and let us know on your food shop. What's the most expensive thing that you are buying at the minute? Bread? Bread's still kind of like, I think it's still expensive for what it was. I remember when I paid like 44 pence for a loaf of bread, but now you're paying like £1.70, something like that. But it's getting stupid, the cost of living. And now, for me, I'm like, okay, how am I going to live for the next month?
Let's be honest, this isn't tight budgeting, this isn't riding out a rough patch. This is survival mode becoming a full-time lifestyle in Britain. Here's the reality no politician will say out loud. Nearly half of working adults have less than £100 left after paying bills. Food prices are still 20 to 30% higher than they were before the crisis even started. The average household now spends over a third of its income just to afford the basics: food, rent, energy, transport. And more than 7 million people are living paycheck to paycheck with nothing to fall back on. People aren't coping. People are breaking. They're cutting meals, delaying medical checkups, skipping heating, searching coupons, taking second jobs, selling personal stuff just to keep the lights on. Some households are living in overdraft the entire month, every month. And the worst part? Life isn't improving. Prices aren't dropping. The crisis isn't easing. It's mutating. Everything costs more, but every penny buys less. While all this is happening, supermarkets raise prices faster than wages, landlords hike rents like it's a sport, and energy companies report profits bigger than entire towns earn in a year. And we're expected to clap, stay quiet, and be resilient. No, resilience isn't the issue. Exploitation is. So what can be done? Stop normalizing struggle. This is a national emergency, not a budgeting problem. Demand price transparency, especially from supermarkets and energy firms. Push for real wage growth, not political slogans. Call out shrinkflation, stealth taxes, and rip-offs wherever they happen. Support each other. Food banks, community groups, anything that keeps people afloat while leaders argue. Because this is broken Britain, where the average person is doing everything right and still sinking under the weight of a system designed to squeeze every last coin out of them. You've been watching Brit Rants. If you're exhausted, fed up, and done pretending this is normal, hit subscribe, drop your rant in the comments, and share this video, because the more people speak up, the harder it becomes for those in power to ignore just how impossible life has become.